YouTube, welcome back to day 21 of Sportsmas. I'm your host, Kyle Alexander, and this is KLA Sports. So in this episode, we're going to be discussing the NFC East Showdown and who I believe will win the NFC East. But let's talk about some details real quick. So heading into the game, the Cowboys currently ride a 4-game win streak against the Eagles. Dallas is coming off a great, much-needed blowout win against the Rams. And the Eagles barely edged out edged out the Redskins. Eagles receiving core has been banged up. Deshaun Jackson was the first player to go early in the season. Now, Alshon Jeffrey is on injured reserve, and Nelson Aguilar has been on and off. And in the Giants game, they were about to put Josh McCown at receiver. So yeah, that's how you know things are bad. Dallas currently has the #1 ranked offense. And the Eagles give up too many big plays. Eagles are they're top 3 in plays of 20+ yards given up. And we all know Eagles secondary isn't that great, so it's like, what can you do? It's just this is like an interesting game because everybody's saying Dallas is a clear-cut winner, but at the same time, it's a divisional game. I believe in a divisional game, anything can happen. And we saw the Falcons defense showed up against the Saints the first time they played. But I feel like divisional games, those are the more crazier games. But yeah, this time it's in Philly. So there's and Philly's front seven has been pretty good, I'd say. Philly's front seven has been solid. But I'm about to talk about some keys on how both teams can win the game. So keys for the Eagles to win. Wentz has to make plays. Wentz is gonna have to be the playmaker, especially with the receiving core being down. He doesn't have to be like play hero or anything, but he's gonna have to make some of the plays. He's gonna have to be a playmaker and extend the plays, use his mobility and elusiveness to keep plays alive. Next up, they have to utilize the tight ends. The receivers are down. Top receiver is Greg Ward, and they might have Josh McCown at receiver. So they need to utilize the tight ends, Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert. Cowboys give up they're like top 3 or top 5 in yards giving up the tight ends. So utilize the tight ends. You have a double-headed monster, Dallas Goedert and Zach Ertz. Next up, you need to keep Dallas's offense off the field. Like I said, #1 ranked offense. And I feel that's going to be the Eagles' best defense is their offense. Just chew time off the clock, use the tight ends, and keep Dallas' offense off the field as much as possible. Now, also run the ball. You have Miles Sanders, who's been a great running back so far. And you got Jordan Howard. Jordan Howard's he's had a pretty good season. Then he just picked up Jay Ajayi off of waivers or not waivers, but free agency. And also they have Boston Scott, who's had a couple good plays here and there. So if I'm the Eagles, I'm gonna utilize that run game and utilize the running backs and utilize the running backs and the tight ends as much. Take time off the clock to keep Dallas's offense off the field. Next up, for defense, the corners have to play physical. Corners give up too many yards, get too many big plays. Amari Cooper keeps burning them. So what Philly's going to have to do, they're going to have to play physical, get aggressive. Not as in like bite on every play, but they're going to have to get aggressive to the point where jam them at the line. Also, if you want to give them a little cushion, So especially if they're running a deep route, so that way they don't. If they're running like a go route, I say like a 5-10 yard cushion. Well, I say 5, so that if it's 10, they don't cut in, they don't change the play and cut, or like the receiver doesn't be like, oh, I'm about to cut in. But yeah, I would give like a 5-yard cushion and play over top. Especially for the deep plays. Also, you gotta get pressure on Dak. Maybe call a couple blitzes, have Nigel Bradham come through, or maybe on plays, maybe on certain plays where if there's only 2 receivers that Dallas has on the field, go in nickel, have the do a nickel blitz, have the slot corner coming on the blitz. try to get pressure on Dak and force him into bad throws. So those are my keys to the Eagles winning. Now, the keys for Dallas to win, they're going to have to take away the tight ends. I know I just said Philly's going to have to use the tight ends, but Dallas knows, all right, listen, they don't have their best receivers. Their receiving core is depleted. So, I mean, yeah, I would still worry about them, but that's not going to be my main focus. I'm all right, they're going to go to the tight ends. You have two good linebackers, you got Sean Lee and Jalen Smith. I believe Leighton Vander Esch is injured. I don't know if he's playing. I don't believe he's playing, but if he is playing, you got Vander Esch and Jalen Smith. They can cover the tight ends. So there's something. Just try to take away the tight ends. Next up, abuse the secondary too. While you're on offense, abuse the secondary. You got Amari Cooper, who destroys Philly every time. Then you got Michael Gallup and Tavon Austin with his speed. Not to mention Jason Witten, who's had a good season this year, and Ezekiel Elliott can also catch out the backfield too. You have all these weapons, and Philly has no terrible secondary. Abuse that secondary. Next up, try and give the ball to Zeke. Have Zeke eat earlier. Run the ball with Zeke. Establish the run game earlier. Like, you got to establish the run game early, and then that's when I would start throwing passes and try and abuse the secondary. Also, Zeke is a multitask running back. He can run, he can catch. I would run the ball with Zeke a little to start the game off, and then when we get into passing, maybe have Zeke on a little dink and dunks, have him run that angle route or that Texas route. Next up on offense, Dak will also have to make plays. Both teams QBs have to make plays. Dak is gonna have to. I feel both teams are under pressure. Both QBs are under pressure. Dak's gonna have to shine and prove that he can lead his team to victory and he can be a good quarterback. All right, those are my keys to Dallas. Both teams winning. Now, another thing that I've noticed, Wentz has been great in the fourth quarter lately. In the Giants game, they were down 17-3 at halftime. Wentz led the comeback and it took them into overtime and led the game on the drive. The end game against the Redskins, they were down, went downfield, led the game on the drive, and floated out the touchdown to Greg Ward. And Wentz has been great in the fourth quarter lately, and I feel that can definitely help the Eagles beat Dallas. Now, for both teams to win the division, Dallas just has to win this game and they win the division. Whereas the Cowboys have to win out, so they have to win this game and next week against the Giants, which I believe can be possible. And that being said, my final prediction, I've given it thought about it. Now, even though Dallas looks like the better team, I feel the Eagles are going to edge it out. I feel the Eagles are going to be put in that fourth quarter situation, and Carson Wentz is going to use the tight ends, use Greg Ward, and use the running backs, go downfield and get and win the game. So my final score prediction is Eagles 35, Cowboys 30. All right, that is it for this episode of KLA Sports. Let me know in the comment section below who you think will win the division and what your score prediction is. That is it for this episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications so you know when I upload new videos. And I'll talk to you guys next time.